the Kitsune, magical fox of Japan. In a small Japanese village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake, life was peaceful and simple. That is until one day when a young woman named Hana fell gravely ill. No matter what the healers did, her condition worsened. It seemed as though nothing could save her now. Her brother, Kenji, desperate to help, walked deep into the woods behind their house, hoping to find a rare herb that could cure her illness. The forest was ancient and filled with gnarled trees that had seen countless seasons come and go. Legend spoke of a mystical Kitsune, a magical fox spirit that made its home here. Some said it could grant wishes, others that it possessed supernatural powers. Kenji, though, had never seen it, and he had little belief in its existence. He just needed a miracle to save his sister. As he walked under the purple and orange leaves that carpeted the forest floor, suddenly, a fox emerged from behind a moss-covered stone. Startled, Kenji took a step back. The fox was no ordinary animal. Its fur shimmered like 1,000 stars, and 9 magnificent tails flowed behind it. In the folklore of Japan, a kitsune was a creature of immense power, capable of shape-shifting into a human form and possessing great magical abilities. Kenji had found the legendary kitsune. It regarded him silently for a moment, its emerald eyes gleaming with an otherworldly light. Then, to Kenji's surprise, it spoke in a voice that echoed with ancient wisdom. "Why have you come here, mortal?" the kitsune asked. Taking a deep breath, Kenji explained his desperate situation. His sister lay dying, and he had come to the kitsune as a last resort. The fox spirit listened intently, its gaze unwavering. When Kenji finished his tale, the kitsune remained silent for a long time. The forest around them seemed to hold its breath, the only sound the distant chirping of crickets. Finally, the kitsune spoke again. "Your love for your sister is admirable, mortal. I will help you." And with that, the kitsune vanished, leaving Kenji blinking in surprise. Suddenly, the forest seemed to hum with energy, and the trees rustled excitedly as if sharing a secret. Guided by an unseen presence, Kenji followed the sound and soon found himself at the edge of a clearing. There, bathed in a circle of moonlight, was the kitsune once more. With a flick of its bushy tail, it began to chant in a language that sounded like wind chimes tinkling in the breeze. The air grew warm, and a gentle wind swirled around Kenji, carrying the scent of blooming flowers. The kitsune raised its head, and its 9 tails, each tipped with a fiery orange, streamed out behind it like flames. Closing its eyes, it poured its ancient power into the chant, sending healing energy surging through the forest and back to Hana. As the first rays of sunlight peeked through the trees, the chanting ended. The kitsune opened its eyes, and they glowed with a soft inner light. With a final flick of its tail, it vanished, leaving Kenji alone in the clearing. He turned and raced towards home, his heart pounding in his chest. Bursting through the door, he rushed to Hana's bedside and knelt beside her. To his joy, her breathing had become regular, and a faint blush had returned to her cheeks. She was alive. News of Hana's miraculous recovery spread through the village like wildfire. Villagers who had scoffed at the tales of the kitsune now spoke of it with reverence and awe. They understood now that it wasn't just a creature of magic and folklore, but also of compassion and understanding. From that day on, Kenji made sure that everyone in the village treated the forest and its creatures with deep respect. He knew that the kitsune's kindness towards his sister wasn't just a random act of magic, but a reflection of the connection all living things had to the natural world. And so, thanks to the kitsune, the villagers lived in harmony with the forest, forever honoring the magical fox spirit's enduring legacy.